Object Class: Peter, formerly Euclid. Special Containment Procedures: Data expunged. Special Containment Procedures: SCP-9223 is to be contained in a reinforced, electromagnetically shielded humanoid containment chamber at site, designated for Keter class entities. The chamber must be equipped with anti-anomaly dampeners calibrated to disrupt anomalous manifestations of video. Game constructs: no handheld gaming devices, alcoholic beverages, or personnel matching SCP-9223's described preferences, cute girls, are permitted within a 50-meter radius of the containment area unless authorized by site director approval for testing purposes. No contact with the outside world via games is permitted. All interactions with SCP-9223 require Level 3 clearance and must be monitored by at least 2 armed security personnel. Requests by SCP-9223 to interact with SCP-343 are to be denied without exception. In the event of a containment breach, Mobile Task Force Delta 5 Frontline is to be deployed with non-lethal suppression tactics unless lethal force is deemed necessary by O5 Command. Description: SCP-9223 is an androgynous humanoid male entity, 5 feet tall, appearing between 18 to 25 years of age, crimson red hair, characterized by a slender build, boyish charm, and golden eyes with cross-shaped pupils. SCP-9223 exhibits an emotionless demeanor except when exposed to video games. Female D-Class, or alcohol, in that order of preference. The entity claims to have no memory of its name or origin, referring to itself solely as a sinner, but a vast knowledge of video games within pop culture. Subject dislikes his self-proclaimed sinner title, insists the title of Game Master. SCP-9223 demonstrates anomalous abilities to summon constructs and entities from various video game franchises, e.g., Pac-Man, Super Mario, Call of Duty, Pokemon, Persona 5, ranging from benign objects to hostile combatants. Further testing to see the range of abilities and if it can borrow them at will itself. Status: approved. SCP-9223 remains non-hostile in most interactions, but has displayed manipulative tendencies, such as tempting D-Class personnel with summoned objects, only to withhold them. The entity has not directly caused fatalities, though its summons has resulted in casualties. See Addendum 9223-3. SCP-9223's emotional attachments to select D-Class personnel, e.g., D. Riley, D. 4721 Sasha, suggest a capacity for human connection, complicating containment efforts. Addendum 9223-1. Initial containment and Dr. Elias Morgan. SCP-9223 was first contained following reports of an anomalous activity in Texas. Dr. Elias Morgan, the initial overseer, conducted early experiments, but clashed with SCP-9223 over its demands for cute girls and booze. During one altercation, SCP-9223 summoned a construct resembling a young male, with black hair and a mask, hypothesis, Persona 5, inducing a cognitohazard that altered Dr. Morgan's emotional state, change of heart. Dr. Morgan has been subsequently removed from the project and reassigned to site. 3. Addendum 9223-2. Riley Incident and Dr. Patel. D-Class Personnel D. Riley was introduced to SCP-9223 under Dr. Patel's supervision. SCP-9223 formed a bond with Riley, culminating in an incident where it summoned sub-anomaly, hypothesis, Dialga, to freeze time within the observation room. SCP-9223 and Riley engaged in unwitnessed behavior, defaced frozen staff with drawings, and hacked Foundation systems remotely, hypothesis, Cyberpunk 2077 derived netrunning, to transmit footage to O5 Command. Status of the Trojan is still unconfirmed. Dr. Patel was terminated from her position and reassigned following the breach. Riley was teleported out of containment via a stone, hypothesis, RuneScape, current whereabouts unknown. Addendum 9223-3. Sasha and M. Bison incident. D. 4721 Sasha, 45, blonde, age 25, was assigned to SCP-9223 during keto-level confinement. Hypothesis: the entity summoned an EV. Hypothesis: Pokemon during a test, but later froze time. Hypothesis: Luna Night Stove to engage in unknown activities alongside Sasha, undetected by staff. Status of event unconfirmed. Testing concluded without incident, and Sasha was gifted a cola. Hypothesis: Call of Duty, drink upon departure. Undetected by personnel, yet to be confirmed. Requesting dissection. Status: Approved. A subsequent incident under Dr. Lang's oversight involved SCP-9223 unwillingly summoning M. Bison. Hypothesis: Street Fighter, during an experiment, with a male D-Class console strapped to his chest. D-Class male status: Deceased. Sub-anomaly M. Bison. Hypothesis: Street Fighter, killed security. Personnel, including Viper, 01 Captain of Delta Squad, freed SCP-106, then SCP-173 from Euclid Wing. SCP-9223 subdued all anomalies with summon. Constructs: Flashbangs. Hypothesis: Battlefield, Ryumu no Ken. Hypothesis: Street Fighter. Summoned anomaly EV had a positive effect. Hypothesis: Z. Moves on other anomalies' abilities, requesting research logs into the archives of Pokemon capabilities. Conclusion: SCP-9223 shifted reality, rampaging. Sub-anomaly M. Bison turned to ashes, pushing back 106 in 173. Protection measures unable to prevent already summoned sub-anomalies. Readjusting. Known limits of SCP-9223. SCP-9223 placed flowers from unknown game series on Viper. 01's body displaying grief. Dr. Lang denied SCP-9223's request for additional flowers, escalating tensions. Requesting staff with prior knowledge of pop culture and expertise within the field of video games before continuing. Tests. Request status: pending 05 approval. Addendum 9223-4. Reclassification and current status: April 20th, 25. Following the M. Bison incident, SCP-9223 pending Familial or Apollyon reclassification. See attached SCP-23. Highly classified. Transferred subject to a high-security Keter-class facility under Dr. Lang's continued oversight. The entity's powers are currently dormant, with no summoned sub-anomalies on current record, and it exhibits emotional withdrawal. Enhanced containment protocols remain in effect, with ongoing analysis of its summoning capabilities and emotional triggers, games, D-Class women, and alcohol for continued compliance. Note from 05. SCP-9223's interactions with D-Class personnel and its ability to circumvent containment suggest a need for stricter oversight. Proposals to continue controlled emotional bonding experiments are under review. Tests must concur whether Subject 9223 is on the side of humanity or A. Threat. See attached SCP-999, SCP-507, SCP-1867. Under no authority except 05's will the subject be allowed to interact with SCP-343. See attached. Religious anomaly risks. Skinner 220101_A. Highly classified. Pending processes include prior cross-testing with SCP-073 and potential benefits of subject abilities to SCP-9223 to furthering research. 4. SCP-9223 Containment Log. Author: Junior Technician Daniel Reese. Site: 19 High Security Keter Wing. Date range: April 20th, 2025 to April 25th, 2025. Entry: April 20th, 2025. Grief to Rebellion. SCP-9223 began the day in a withdrawn state, curled up and silent. Dr. Lane noted this as grief, likely tied to his fixation on prior love interests. Viper, Sasha and Riley. Bio 705. His demeanor shifted to visible boredom. staring blankly at the chamber walls. At 0915, he escalated, summoning Excalibur from the video game Warframe. The entity incapacitated 3 MTF Delta 5 guards with swift precision. SCP-9223 then demanded his gaming console photographs of Viper, Sasha, and Riley, and a bouquet of flowers, threatening to destroy the facility if denied. Dr. Lang authorized compliance, and by 0924, the items were delivered. SCP-9223 de-escalated, arranged the photos and flowers into a small shrine in the corner, and resumed silence. Containment remained intact, though the dampener struggled under sub-anomaly conditions. Additional reinforcement is recommended. Entry, April 22nd, 2025, 0930. Cooperation attempt. Following the deployment of a ritualistic shrine apparatus within SCP-9223's containment environment, the entity initiated verbal interaction with Foundation personnel. SCP-9223 proposed the manifestation of extra-dimensional entities identified as video game scientists for potential Foundation utilization. The entity enumerated candidates: Dr. Evo Eggman Robotnik, Sonic the Hedgehog; Dr. Thomas Light, Mega Man; Morden Solus, Mass Effect, DR; Catherine Halsey, Halo; and Dr. Isaac Kleiner, Half-Life. SCP-9223 postulated applications, including perpetual energy generation and instantaneous spatial translocation, citing theoretical frameworks such as antimatter propulsion, gauge physics renditions, and quantum entanglement. At 939, following 05-3 authorization, SCP-9223 was permitted to manifest Dr. Isaac Kleiner. The entity executed the summoning protocol, resulting in the abrupt materialization of an individual designated SCP-9223-K1 within the containment chamber. SCP-9223-K1 exhibited initial spatial disorientation, but rapidly acclimated, demonstrating cognitive coherence and functional capacity. SCP-9223 and SCP-9223-K1 immediately requested ergonomic workstations and writing implements, provided approximately at 9:45. The pair commenced collaboration, producing schematics for a teleportation apparatus, predicated on antimatter annihilation principles and localized spatial distortion. By 10 o'clock, Foundation engineering personnel fabricated a rudimentary prototype designated device 9223-T1 based on the submitted blueprints. Preliminary analysis indicates the technology integrates concepts exceeding current Foundation comprehension, necessitating SCP-9223's direct involvement for further research and development. At 10:15, SCP-9223 conducted controlled trials of device 9223-T1, achieving successful translocation of inert objects across distances of 5 meters and subsequently 10 meters, utilizing solely the device's intrinsic mechanisms. No external energy inputs were observed, suggesting an anomalous self-sustaining power matrix outside of 50-meter range, and while sleeping device remained unreliable. In recognition of this cooperative behavior, SCP-9223 was provided a photographic artifact of D-4721, identified as Sasha, at 10:30. SCP-9223 sequestered the item beneath its containment bedding, exhibiting no further anomalous activity during the observation period. This incident represents an unprecedented instance of SCP-9223 engaging in constructive interaction with Foundation objectives. However, due to the entity's demonstrated capacity for multiversal summoning and potential destabilization, Ref. Document 9223-5-C, its Keter classification remains unaltered pending longitudinal stability. Assessments. 5. Proposal 9223-5-E-1. Reduction of anti-anomaly shielding. Date, April 23rd, 2025, 23:15. Proposal: attenuate Scranton reality anchors, S-array, and localized Hume suppression fields within containment chamber 9223 alpha to nominal levels, facilitating enhanced manifestation of SCP-9223's extradimensional summoning capabilities. Objective: accelerate research into device 9223-T1's antimatter-based translocation matrix and assess scalability of SCP-9223-K1's contributions under reduced anomalous dampening. Rationale: current containment parameters may inhibit SCP-9223's full potential, limiting observable data on its summoning and technological synthesis. Capacities: controlled reduction of anti-anomaly shielding is hypothesized to yield exponential advancements in Foundation understanding of multiversal physics. Risk mitigation includes real-time Hume monitoring and immediate SRA reinstatement protocols. Decision: proposal denied. Statement entry 05-3 in concurrence with 05-7 and 05-11 rejects proposal 9223-5. E1. Reduction of anti-anomaly shielding poses an unacceptable risk of escalating SCP-9223's summoning activities beyond current containment thresholds. Historical data: Ref. Document 9223-5C indicates a high probability of Apollyon-level subanomaly manifestation during destabilized states. Current containment integrity prioritizes multiversal stability over speculative technological gains. Dr. Voss is directed to refine device 9223-T1 research within existing SRA parameters. Further proposals require pre-emptive risk modeling and 05 unanimous consent. Proceeding with tests. Entry: April 24, 2025, 11:34 to 11:41. Teleportation chaos. The situation deteriorated rapidly during further testing. At 11:34, SCP-9223 modified the teleportation device, wishing he had some girls, games, or alcohol out loud within a 15-meter radius. The device malfunctioned, teleporting Agent Carter, MTF Epsilon, 11 guard, into the chamber unclothed and directly onto SCP-9223. Panicked, subject sealed the door with a magical ice barrier from Skyrim, rendering it impervious to external breaching attempts. At 11:37, subject attempted to rectify the error with the device, but it misfired again, removing his own clothing. In a panicked move at 11:38, subject used Skyrim teleportation magic to send Agent Carter to the observation room, where she landed on Dr. Lang's desk. For some reason, Agent Carter assaulted Dr. Lang by slapping him, requesting cognito hazard testing. Status: approved. By 11:39, subject destroyed the ice barrier with a fireball, blowing off the door and collateral damage. At 11:40, subject teleported Agent Carter's undergarments to a guard's face, claiming resolution, and complied with orders by 11:41, accepting a new jumpsuit. Containment was breached but restored, with Agent Carter reassigned. The incident underscores SCP-9223's unpredictability. Entry: April 25, 2025, aftermath. 3 days post-incident, SCP-9223 is fully contained in a reinforced chamber with upgraded structural integrity. The dampeners are operational again, though their efficacy is limited. The photograph of D-4721 was confiscated as a disciplinary measure, and the shrine was dismantled. SCP-9223 has returned to gaming on its console, exhibiting a calm demeanor while awaiting further tests. Women and gaming remain the best form of sedative for. 6. Dr. Lang has scheduled a new experiment involving a benign summon per 05-3's directive to resume today. SCP-9223's compliance suggests a temporary lull, though his quiet defiance persists through his engagement with the console. Caution is advised for future interactions.